It's Wednesday. You know what time it is. Time for the hottest wrestling podcast on the planet with your host, good old JP Mayer, and lunatic Lily, silent assassin,
Hi.
Dollar Bill, and the Brain. Welcome to the Brain Trust.
Welcome, happy Wednesday, and I hope you're staying cool.
Yeah, not happening here.
Nope, we're
It's
melting.
happening here in Michigan.
It's strange. Michigan is colder than everybody else.
Yeah, Kentucky's
Gentlemen,
great.
we have a couple of special guests with us tonight.
See, we have friends with us.
Yes. We have special guests. The Corporal Punisher from PWMF. And the Sensei Magic is in the house.
Yeah.
He is a little busy. He will pop in and talk when he has the opportunity. But he wanted to listen in tonight.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This weekend was a fun weekend for somebody and Magic pulled a disappearing act.
He'll reappear.
Well, that's why they
That's
call
okay.
him Magic.
Exactly. So one of us had a fun weekend, didn't we? Assassin?
Indeed, I have.
Somebody went to Fanatics Fest.
Yes. Went there on.
Did you meet
Friday.
everybody that you wanted to meet?
I'm sorry.
Did you meet everybody you wanted to meet?
For the most part, I did. Despite the fact I could meet Liv Morgan because of her dislocated shoulder, but other than that, I would say this past weekend was a success.
Good to hear.
Hey, you got to meet Chris Van Vliet.
I did.
Yes.
And
who here watches his podcast?
Me.
Who watches his show?
Me.
I listen.
Oh yeah, me.
And there's time.
I love watching the shorts, just the shorts on YouTube from him. Some of the best stuff I watch on YouTube.
He even liked my tweet and commented last night.
I saw that.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
He's a good dude.
He seems like a good dude.
Like he's like very down to earth, very humble.
Humble's good.
Yes.
Yeah. How did he like your belt?
Van Vliet?
Yeah.
I actually had my belt in my bag at the time while I was walking. Because I was in transaction of like I just got pics with both John Cena and Devontae Adams, and it was before the Undertaker. I was meeting up with my friend Rob as I was walking up, and I got up to the third level, and I forgot where I was, like if it was like the Happy Gilmore or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, I look up. Chris Van Vliet is walking towards me. I was like, "Oh, hey, good." And funny thing was, that Friday, my friend Rob met Chris Van Vliet while I was scouting my pick with A-Rod. And
cool.
So Saturday happened to be my day with Chris Van Vliet. I'm like, "Oh, hey, what's happening?"
That's cool.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And I saw Zilla Fatu was walking around greeting people too.
Yeah, he was there too. He didn't see me though.
He should have.
Elavatu in the past.
Zilla.
Yes, sorry.
Yeah.
Guys.
All right. I'm going to say this right here and right now. Good. Sorry, John. Go ahead.
Yeah. Do you think Zilla could potentially be the best of the Fatus?
Oh.
Time will tell. We still have to see him eventually. I guess he's gonna make his debut in WWE. When?
Who knows?
That's not up to me. That's up to him. It's up to WWE.
Yeah, we don't know.
But then again, say if he goes to WWE.
Oh, I think there's no question. I think he'll definitely go to WWE. He'll follow in the steps of his family.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the family. That's the family home.
Yeah.
That's the family's second home. I don't think you're going to see any Anoa'i family in AEW.
No. That'd be career suicide. Family suicide.
The only way to save them in AEW is if they do something really, really stupid and get themselves fired from WWE, and then AEW would be their fallback, their
Yeah.
go-to.
You gotta be really dumb for that.
But then again, even if he does get fired from WWE, he doesn't have to fall back on AEW. He can fall back on New Japan.
But Tony Khan has a much bigger payroll, more moolah to give to him than what New Japan would.
So pretty much give him more money just to send it back and do nothing. They basically show him once or twice and then just have him send it back.
Yeah, just have him sit in catering all the time. Yeah, I'm sorry. I know there are some people who don't mind it, getting paid that kind of money to sit around doing nothing.
I hate it.
But nah, if I'm somebody like Zilla Fatu, I want to be out in that ring. I want the adrenaline rush of the crowd. I want the adrenaline rush of the contact with the other wrestlers. I want to fly. I want to beat somebody up. And I want gold around my waist. I don't want my waistline expanding because I'm sitting in catering all the time.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Leave my waistline alone.
No, I agree.
Yeah, but at least you got some gold around your waist right now.
Yes, I'm the greatest PWMF intergalactic champion of all time.
And I am the Worlds Collide Heretic champion. That was weak.
I know.
Gilshot, you've held that title for a while now.
I've held it ever since I came into the company.
Just about, yeah.
Yeah.
Just about.
I won it my first shot, and I've defended it like 10, 11 times now.
Mm.
Yep.
Yeah,
I have not lost a singles match there. The only matches I've lost have been tag, multi-man.
Yeah. Those are easy to list, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially when certain people don't predict.
Yep.
All right, we're already off the rails.
Back on.
Fitz, Fitz, who all did you meet on Friday, and who all did you meet on Saturday?
So on Friday, I met Alex Rodriguez. I'm trying to see. Oh, I also met I don't know if you know him on social media, Alan Owens.
No.
No.
Uh,
I saw the picture you put up, but I don't know who that is.
He's he follows WWE. He heavily promotes Tick Pick. In case if you ever say like a wrestling show like last minute, you want a really good seat and you can get it for like a good bang for your buck.
Oh.
Just
Okay.
What's that, JP?
No, I said okay.
Yeah. And my friend Rob, not only did he meet Chris Van Vliet on Friday, he also met Big E.
Big E gives good hugs.
Nice.
Yes. And I saw Too Sweet from Big Pop Steiner.
Oh, Scott Steiner was there?
Yeah, apparently him and Rick, they were at Fanatics Fest Friday. Me and Rob were in line to do that Wacka Logan Paul with the steel chair dummy.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Nice.
Scott Steiner's entry thing about the superstar entrance stage, and I'm like, oh, someone's doing a Scott Steiner. That's cool. I turn around. There's just two.
It's Scott Steiner.
It's the Steiner brothers. And
Steiner.
I pull my friend. I go, Rob, that's the Steiners. And I'm like, holy shit.
Right? It's like,
They were
whoa.
doing the thing. They walked by, and they were coming by us, and I casually, temporarily leave my line to get too sweet from Scott Steiner. I was like, oh, I got me at my WrestleCon now.
Yeah, for sure.
He's actually not that bad of a guy.
No.
Rick, on the other hand, needs a lot of work with his personality.
Really?
Needs to learn to keep his mouth shut once in a while.
Yes.
He kind of lets things slip, you know.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, his tongue is definitely a human version of a slip and slide.
That's for
I guess-
sure.
No, I guess like a dog, it
But-
needs a leash.
I haven't really heard too many stories of Steiner's mouth lately, but I'll take your word for it.
Well, with him going off on trans and making homophobic statements.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Age well.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, Scott's not a bad guy. I got to talk to him. I got to hang out with him for a little while at the Collective
Wow.
funny.
back in 2019.
Oh, just a 35 weekend?
11 shows in 3 days,
Yeah.
and I worked every single one of them.
Damn, eh? There you go.
I met Hall of Famers out the ass.
Hey.
Ooh.
But I mean, you met a few Hall of Famers this weekend,
And future Hall of Famers.
Yep.
and definite future Hall of Famers. I mean, hell, you got a 2 Sweet from one of them.
Yes.
Undertaker was one of them Saturday. John Cena was definitely another. Randy Orton. You guys consider Devontae Adams a future Hall of Famer?
And not first ballot.
Nah.
Yeah, no.
Maybe like 4 or 5 years after he retires, but not
Unless he wins like two
maybe later.
But-
But not first ballot. Not a chance.
Oh, yeah. Also,
Now-
Becky
Good.
and Chelsea Green.
Oh yeah.
And I even got a hey, how are you from Nikki Bella, too, after the SummerSlam kickoff press conference.
Cool.
Nice.
Did you guys see any of that or no?
I watched a little bit of it.
I didn't get a chance to see it. I'll check it out eventually.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Magic.
We have lost the silent assassin. There he is.
Oh, I'm here.
Come back again.
I was just reading what Magic wrote.
It's like,
Oh, and I also met Noelle Foley.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
You met the daughter. I met the father.
I've met the father multiple times.
Same here.
Just the daughter looks a lot better.
Yes,
Oh, absolutely.
absolutely, Corp.
A lot more.
Absolutely. I'll take Noel over Mick any day of the week.
Yeah,
But he was cool to talk to for those few minutes that I was at the show, because it was him, Jake, Jimmy, and Larry. Jimmy Snuka, Jake Roberts, and Larry Zbyszko, along with Mick Foley at one show.
Nice.
At
Yeah.
Wrestling 2019.
No, this is a Pro Wrestling Syndicate show.
I kind of think I know which show it was. I think I was at that one.
I think so too.
2015.
Something like that. Yeah.
Because I do remember briefly meeting Larry Zbyszko. I didn't get a pic with him, but I wish I did.
He is a true gentleman.
Oh yeah, he was cool. He told me that
Yeah.
Rick was a nut.
Ric Flair?
No, Rick Rude.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Rick Rude was a nut. Absolutely.
Okay, so
Shame his career got cut so short.
I know.
He
So-
definitely should have had more of a run as champions.
I agree. I think Rick Rude is one of those guys that never got the credit he deserved.
100%.
Yeah, definitely.
One of the best heel wrestlers ever.
Oh, there was no way in hell he could ever play a face. No way in hell.
How? You
With,
know?
with that kind of physique, you knew he was gonna be a conceited son of a bitch.
Yeah,
as far
he got
as
that
his
ego.
character goes. He had that ego.
You want to hear the funny thing?
Yeah.
Sure.
Back when he was in WCW, I don't know if JP remembers this. It was like in spring of '94. I think he was about to enter a feud with Big Van Vader, and I think that got cut. I think maybe his babyface turn got cut short because he suffered that career-ending back injury from Sting.
Oh, when he got slammed on the stage. When he got slammed on the ramp.
So
Yeah.
here, I want to throw this out to you guys, and I want everybody's opinion on this.
Sure.
If Rick Rude does not get that career-ending injury back in 93, 94, is Rick Rude still alive today?
Wow.
That's a good question.
That is a good question.
I'm gonna say no. I don't want to be as like a morbid type person, but I'm gonna lean no on this one because if he didn't get that injury, he would have kept wrestling, and something would have just gave out because he came. This is my opinion. I could be wrong, so you know that, but he had a thing where it's like he would keep going, like you know how some of the old guys just kept going and going and didn't know to stop.
Yeah.
It looked like he had that mentality where he would have kept going until his body said no. I mean, that's just my opinion. It could be wrong, but that's how I feel. He would, he'll keep going. But the thing is, also the good news is, I don't think he would have died that soon. Like, I can't remember. It was 2000, was it when he passed?
Yeah, 2000.
Okay.
Yeah.
He probably would have kept going, like maybe 2004, like that. But he would have just probably gave up in the ring. I mean, that's just the way I see it.
Actually, he died on April 20th, 1999.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I couldn't remember. It was 2099, but yeah, that's not right.
Yeah, I thought it was 2000.
Yeah. But you know what I'm saying, though? It's like he probably would have had just a little bit more, but he wouldn't have given up. He would have just kept going, and then it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do any of you guys remember when Rick Rude was doing some commentary on ECW?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh
my God.
I missed out on that.
It was wonderful.
Orgy
some of his
with
best work.
violins.
Some of the things between him and Joel Gertner. Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious.
Yeah. It's like one of those things like I should have just looked, man.
I was at the first show that he debuted as a commentator. It was down in Asbury at Convention Hall. And then I got to watch the show when it aired whenever on at 3 a.m. on MSG.
That's why I
And
never played.
I saw myself on TV waving a $5 bill at Francine.
Yeah, baby.
Good call.
Did she take the $5?
No, I was up in the seats area, so it's funny. I'll have to go back on Peacock and find the episode. But you see me going, "Wee, wee," and then I'm like, oh wait, this is only $1 bill. Put it in my pocket, pulled out a 5. Here you go.
Damn. That's fucking hot. That's fucking funny. Sorry. One of these days we got to find one of those. Yeah, I need a good episode when he was commentating, like for the year and the episode, so I can look it up. Because I missed out on that.
Oh, dude.
I know. I didn't really have cable back then, and I didn't have MSG, and it was just like, I never knew when the hell it was on.
Do you remember the name of the show?
That's what I was wondering.
It was ECW Hardcore TV. That's all I don't remember.
Okay. The date?
I don't remember the date.
Shit.
Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna make it really hard.
Actually, no, it's not, because I actually got it up on Peacock right now. So let me see what I can find.
Oh, it's called Hardcore TV. Wait, so how many episodes?
ECW Hardcore TV.
Yeah, how many?
Oh, we
is
got
that like
a Rocket Fairy in the house.
Where's the commentary? Where's the commentary? Hello, Rocket.
Hello, Sprocket.
Hello.
See, the only problem is it doesn't say where the show happened.
Yeah.
All right, where's my? I'm gonna go to the cock and
He's going to the cock. He said cock.
Yeah, cock-a-doodle-doo.
So I'm looking. Since
I
he joined in
remember-
'97, it's gonna be season 5 or later.
Yeah, see, I could tell you it's gonna be 97.
Okay, so let's see. Okay, he joined at House Party. He debuted at House Party in '97. Rude went on to repeatedly harass Shane Douglas, at one point spanking Douglas's valet Francine during crossing the line again. He unmasked and became a color commentator before later aligning himself for a short time with Douglas and his Triple Threat stable.
Okay.
So I'm figuring maybe somewhere around well, let's see. Crossing the line again was on February 1st. So
No, that's not. Fuck.
Doesn't give a date when he became a color commentator.
Yeah, it's like
But I
I'm
mean,
going through. Like,
do you remember any of the matches from that night?
I just remember. God, I don't remember. I don't remember a goddamn thing.
Oh, there it is. I got it. May 6th, 1997.
Nice.
Ravishing Rick Rude acts as new co-host. Bam Bam Bigelow gets a front row seat. Bingo.
It was May?
So now we
Yeah.
can all go back and watch it when we get a chance.
Yeah. May 1996.
The
Damn.
most underrated wrestler of all time, Bam Bam Bigelow.
God dang, he was so underrated.
One of the best
Yes,
big
he was.
business.
Hey, by the way, Brian, can you repeat the date again?
May 6th,
Thank.
1997.
Damn, that's early.
Yeah, I did not.
Well, later on in 97, he went back to WWF.
Right.
Damn. What about In and Out?
Actually, 3 months
If I-
later.
If I remember correctly, when he went back to WWF, he became part of DX.
Yep, he was the insurance policy for DX.
Yep.
What was he? The only guy that did all 3 shows in 1 year, was it? Or same time? He had a record with that. Somebody had a record with that. I know it was like 2
No, he did. No, he did. He appeared in Raw and Monday Nitro
Okay.
on the same night, November 17th, 1997.
That's amazing. That's unheard of, too. That's just amazing.
But if you think about it, it's really not that difficult because, if I'm not mistaken, at the time, one of the 2 shows was taped.
Yeah, Raw was taped.
Yeah.
Raw was taped, so it is possible. He tapes the Raw a couple weeks early, and then he leaves WWF and goes back to WCW.
In those days, each company didn't mind letting the audience know that the other company was a tape show.
Oh yeah, like when Mick Foley won the championship.
Right.
When Tony
What?
Schiavone dropped that little acorn.
Boy, that's gonna put some
What?
butts in those seats. Oh,
Yeah.
it did all right.
Oh, it sure did.
The Nielsen ratings.
It caused Monday Nitro's ratings to tank like no tomorrow. Because people wanted to see Mick Foley win.
Yeah, Eric Bischoff has even said he made a mistake there.
Oh yeah, I remember watching that.
Yeah.
More than 500,000 viewers.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was. Oop.
So the reason I'll give you guys the reason we lost Magic. All the refrigerators in the store just went down, so he's got to move all the meat from the refrigerators into the freezer to keep it from going bad. Yeah, that ain't good. This heat, they can't keep up. They can't keep up.
I don't miss the supermarket days.
Yeah, me either.
So, since we've gone off track, as usual, we stayed on the wrestling track. We just got off of the Fanatics Fest track. But who were you most excited to show your belt to?
Honestly, I was most excited to show it off to John Cena.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah, because he never held that belt.
Neither did Randy.
No. Randy had a Big Goldie.
He did. Cena had Big Goldie too.
Yeah. And Cena had the spinner,
Mm-hmm.
which I personally hated. I thought it was the dumbest, most gaudy design I've ever seen for a wrestling belt.
Mm-hmm.
I literally will rate that worse than the big W's that they have right now.
the spinner.
Even the World Championship belts that they have right now are better than the spinner. And it only got worse when Edge held it and he had the spinning R in the center. Yeah. So, but the one person you did let hold that belt actually held that belt.
Taker.
Yeah. I watched a short clip the other day of when Taker beat Hogan for the belt.
Mm-hmm.
And Hogan tried to play the, he hurt my
Victim.
neck. Yeah, he tried to play the victim. And Undertaker had his whole family there. They were supposed to go out to dinner after the show. They had reservations at a restaurant. And he got held back to talk to Vince and Shane and a couple other people over what happened. And he said they ended up going to like a Denny's or a Waffle House to eat instead of the better restaurant that he had reserved. Because by the time he got done there, it was almost midnight.
Mm-hmm.
And the restaurant was closed. And, Denny's and Waffle House, they're open 24 hours.
Yeah.
Or at least Denny's was at the time.
Yeah.
So then he sits and stews for a few days and then watches it. And he's like, his head never touched the chair. So a week goes by. Taker's at the next show. And he's waiting there. And Hogan comes in. He says, hey, Terry, you got a minute? Yeah. He called him by his real name. He's like, you got a minute? I need to talk to you. They went into the locker room, into the showers, and that's where the video cut off. And I'm like, fuck.
Oops.
Because I'm sorry, that was douche of Hogan to do. That was douche.
Well, I think Taker did say that, Hogan claimed that, my head hit the mat.
His head was like
never
3
came-
feet from the mat.
His head had a good 6 inches of clearance.
Yeah, and I watched it too. I'm like, even Taker said his head never hit the mat.
Yeah. Hell, I think even Flair said it never touched. But then again, with the hatred between Hogan and Flair, I could see where he would say that it never touched, and then Hogan was a liar, which he is. Not was, is.
It's a nice game though to see that. Seriously.
Yeah.
It's like guess the lies.
Yeah.
And I was leaving. I shook Taker's hand again. I go, "Oh, you got me, brother." He said, "Yup." I'm sure he probably hears it a lot from other fans because it's become like, I don't want to say like a punchline, but I guess you can call it like a GIF.
Gift.
uh,
Let me call it.
so
Okay, so I found the episode that I was on.
okay. What date was it?
According to on here, ECW 7/17/97. But
You mean June 17th, 97.
no, it's saying July 17th. But yeah, no. Because the date of the show was July
July
11th.
15th.
It was July 11th.
Okay, I'm looking and
Yeah, I'm here too.
I got July 8th and July 15th. But I got a June 17th show. It wasn't WrestlePalooza, was it?
No, it was just a house show when they filmed some stuff for ECW TV.
Okay. Is the picture of Taz on the outside somewhere?
That was the show that they did at Bar A.
Okay.
Yeah, but here's the show. Little Guido and Tracy Smothers defeated Danny Morrison and Budlicious. Tom Pritchard pinned Louis Piccoli. Chris Chetty defeated Jason via DQ. And then for ECW TV, ECW TV champion Taz defeated Nova via submission. PG-13 beat Mikey Whipwreck and Spike Dudley. And then ECW 7/17/97, Shane Douglas and Bam Bam Bigelow defeated the Pitbulls and Balls Mahoney. Wait a minute, July 15th.
Yes, I got it. Okay.
July 15th.
And Tommy Dreamer vows to get revenge on Jerry Lawler.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Okay, that's the one then.
I just want to... Okay, Lily, hi.
Hi, Lily. Meow meow. Ah.
What up?
Heavy metal in the house.
Slide from Boston. It's baby metal night.
Hey.
What's
How
up,
you
Cleaner?
gentlemen doing without me?
We're hanging, man.
We're doing. We brought in a ringer.
That's good. That's good. I mean, I
John,
couldn't let you guys.
This is Vinny, the cleaner. Cleaner, this
Yes?
is Corporal Punisher.
Oh, nice. Good to meet you.
You too.
He's one of our
Yeah,
guys on the
yeah.
Brain Trust in one of the wrestling prediction groups. In multiple prediction groups, I should say.
There I am. There I am.
All right, hang on. If you got it up, bring it up. I'll put it up on
Bring it
screen.
up. Bring it up.
I have it on my TV.
What's
right,
the time code? Time code.
They come out at 16 minutes flat.
There you go.
I'm wearing
hang on.
a white Sandman shirt.
Okay, I think that's why I asked for the time, so they break at you and cue it up.
Oh, Vinny's here.
Hello, JP.
Just noticed.
All right, so I'm gonna just mute my mic real quick. I'm gonna be right back.
Okay, dokes.
And the triple threat looks malicious to me. The franchise, Shane Douglas, Logan extended Chris Candido, and right here in his hometown.
Yeah.
Of
Look in the upper right-hand corner.
the big
Okay.
Right there.
Yep, that's me.
Ah! There you at. There you at. Oh, that's fun. That's funny.
That's awesome, dude.
It was me, my buddy Sean, and his dad.
Cool.
Very cool.
I'm sorry, it took me. I had to find that shit.
Oh, absolutely, bro.
Don't apologize,
Absolutely.
man. It's all good.
Unless the cleaner.
Everybody's bouncing.
What the fuck?
He went boingy, boingy, boingy.
So, anyways.
Yes. Come on.
So, see, WWE has a major, major problem with one of their championships.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Those belts are cursed.
they really are.
Yeah.
They're more cursed than the
Put
Matting
them back.
cover.
Yeah. Since they brought them back, how many champions have gotten injured? How many champions have walked out? You know, it's just they did not. And then it even got worse after they combined them with the NXT Women's Tag Team Championships.
Yeah, at least in NXT, you had women's tag teams.
Yeah. What do they have on the main roster right now? Judgment Day?
Like,
Maybe her
The
service? The Secret Service?
they don't
No.
have a Luna, though.
No. Ain't nobody got a Luna like good old JP. But I mean, really.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, Luna. Princess Pretty Girl.
Yeah.
Last night she was curled up, completely curled up in a ball. I called her Princess Pretty Ball. But I mean, seriously. I mean, how many injuries have occurred with the women's tag team championships?
Too many.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More
Here.
than one's enough.
I mean,
Sonya and Chelsea. Sonya got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Jade and Bianca. Jade got taken out.
Yep.
Now Liv and Raquel.
Liv gets hurt.
Twice.
And let's not. Yeah, twice she's held the title and gotten taken out. And then let's also not forget about Naomi and Sasha walking out on the titles.
Yeah, that's just like, man, they caused the curse.
No, the curse was happening beforehand.
So it's just,
But like I said,
yeah.
it only got worse when they combined the tag team titles between NXT and the main roster.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like some things just don't work.
Yeah.
No.
Like, at least with TNA, Well, the TNA and AEW, they have women's tag teams.
Hmm.
I'm surprised AEW doesn't have women's tag team titles.
I heard they've been made.
Oh, really?
Oh Lord, why?
Because reasons.
Ratings.
All right,
Money.
Tony Khan.
He about to holla holla for the dollar.
You rang?
He ain't taking the Don Dinero from the Brain Trust.
Yeah, say I need
No.
Monster.
I'm telling you right now, if he takes one from the Brain Trust, he's taking the entire Brain Trust.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I would
Lord
go-
knows he needs some help. Lord knows the man needs some people who know what the fuck they're talking about when it comes to wrestling.
Nice one.
That one felt good.
Give me a little bit more.
Yeah. It's like it's always been that same argument. Do you hire people who actually are familiar with wrestling to be writers, or you just hire some writers who have no idea what wrestling is?
You got to have people that know what they're talking about.
Exactly. I could see having writers who don't really know a lot about wrestling, but have a basic knowledge.
Pretty much. I mean, it's not that hard to have a basic knowledge. You know, one
Yeah.
person don't like another. They want to beat each other up in the ring. There you go.
Yeah, but it also comes down to a lot more than that. It comes down to actually like writing out the matches.
Oh, true.
You know?
True. I'm just going to bare basics.
I mean, yeah. I mean, a perfect example of that system comes back to 1987.
Sorry about that, gentlemen. I had to.
Hey, when you got to call, you got to call.
Yeah, no, it was just my my cousin in Boston who's now upset that I didn't see her.
Oh,
It's all good.
but like we're talking about the curse of the tag team belts.
Oh
And
yeah,
then,
the women.
yeah, and we're also talking about the need for writers who have a clue about wrestling.
Okay, I will give my opinion on that second topic.
Uh-huh.
If we're talking for so like let's say like AEW doesn't have writers.
Right.
I honestly don't think any company outside of WWE has writers. But the thing is, I don't know how much has changed with the changeover with Triple H. So the thing is, no matter what the writers could write, it all comes down to one person, whether they approve it. So like that's what some people forget with Vince is that they always blame the writers. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. People forget like Vince probably rejected like 5 ideas, and the one thing they did choose, they fucking changed it all to hell.
Yeah.
So these that people
we
forget.
all know that the reason why the programming sucked towards the end of Vince's run is because he had his hands so far down into creative. He was literally reaching down their throats and tickling their asses.
And the only time that he wasn't as strict and as controlling and creative was the Attitude Era, because he knew he couldn't. But every other era, like the golden era, what people say, the new generation, ruthless aggression, and then everything since, he's been extremely hands-on. They try to trash WCW, saying like, "Oh, script changes an hour before the show. Oh, there's so much creative chaos." Vince is the same way. People forget that, especially in these last
There were
15
script
years.
changes an hour into the show when
Yes.
Vince was around.
Yes. People forget
Hell,
that.
they were changing the main event match 5 minutes before the match was supposed to go on.
I didn't forget that.
I don't think
Hell,
anybody does.
They would change the ending halfway through. I remember hearing one story about somebody was wrestling on 205 Live. I forget who it was, but it was like two experienced guys, and one of them told a story about how the referee was fucking calling the match because it was all just nothing but Vince feeding them the fucking like what he wanted. And like that's why they always say when it comes to the WWE, at least under the Vince era, the audience wasn't the fans. The audience was Vince McMahon.
Yeah. Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah, most people forget that. That's his point. The
But I mean,
like, it's a show.
yeah, we were joking about Tony Khan wanting to hire. We were talking about early in the show. We were talking about Zilla eventually making his debut in WWE, and how if he ended up going anywhere else, if anything catastrophic happened in WWE, he would probably end up going back to New Japan. And the thought was that basically, if he went to AEW, he would be excommunicated from the Anawahi family.
Pretty much.
Fuck.
What?
What happened?
I lost everybody again.
Oh, we see you.
I don't see you guys.
All right, I'll
see
bounce you and you come back in.
I'll be back.
Okay.
Wait, Zila. Is he the one that was with MLW for like forever?
No, Zilla's on the independents right now.
He was in GCW.
Yeah.
Okay, because I think I'm getting him mixed up with like Alpha Junior. Wait, Zila fought too, right?
Yeah.
All right, I know of him. I don't think I've seen his work. Oh, isn't he like the third Uso?
No. He's Umaga's son.
Oh. He wasn't signed? I thought he was like signed like within the last couple months or so. At least I thought
He
he
hasn't been
was.
signed yet, but I mean, Hikuleo just made his debut.
Yeah, after fucking sitting him on the bench for a year.
Yeah.
I believe Zilla, correct me if I'm wrong, but he's part of the WWE ID program right now.
That's what it might have been. Okay, yeah,
Maybe.
I think that's I got construed for.
Well, right now he's predominantly, he may be on the ID program, but he's mainly doing his work in Reality of Wrestling.
Oh
That's
yeah, then
Booker's
he's
company.
definitely with the ID. Yeah, he's definitely with the ID program then.
Yeah.
He's been doing a lot of GPW shows, but he hasn't been on there recently.
Probably when they did their Texas swing. So have we heard any of the stories from Fitz about Fanatics yet, or?
Yeah, we opened the show with that.
Ah, okay. I guess I'll watch that on playback.
Was it something you want to ask?
Well, no, I was just gonna wonder, like, your experience and all that.
I would say that the photo op line was run a lot smoother than this last year.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, because like last year it was like a hot mess.
Ooh, one thing I did want to bring up now that I thought about it. So I saw Cena's line apparently, and it looked like he was just like shaking people's hand, and then it was like all of like 7-8 seconds. Not saying anything bad with him. I'm just saying his line was probably so big that they needed to just rush everything. Was that like that with everybody, or was that like that when you met him?
They didn't rush.
Mm-hmm.
Also, nobody else got rushed.
Like, I mean, but I didn't get like 5 minutes with them either. But
Yeah. No, I understand. I'm just saying, like, because it looked like he was just doing like handshake, hi, how you doing?
Later.
Picture, bye. Yeah. I definitely would have done the with Taker. I would have done like shake his hand and be like, "Oh, you got me, brother." Like I've been thinking about that. I was like, I would have absolutely have done that.
Fitz.
Let's tell him.
You did it?
at the end, I shook his hand again. I said, "Oh, you got me, brother." He said, "Yup."
There you go.
Oh shit! Oh Christ!
No
I'm
choking
having-
allowed.
My other friend, he got picked with Taker as well. My couple of my friends asked him, "Why do you and Taker look high?"
Oh, shit. So wait, another thing I wanted to ask. So you had to buy a ticket to Fanatics,
Yep.
and to the fest, and then buy full price like tickets for all the meet and greets.
For photo ops, because they do it like separately with photo ops and autograph sessions.
Oh wow, man.
I didn't do autographs though.
Yeah. I think I would have only done autographs.
You know what? It depends on your preference too.
Yeah.
How much
I
money
mean,
you got?
considering how much I'm spending on this trip that I'm currently halfway through, I don't blame you.
Mhm.
I'll tell you, if I ever get a chance to go to Fanatics Fest, I want to make sure that I go on a day that AJ is there. AJ Styles.
I was good about the ask AJ Styles or AJ Lee or AJ in like sports.
That's true.
Actually, I wouldn't mind meeting AJ Lee either.
Oh, I'd love to. Jersey? I always rep my Jersey people.
Absolutely.
AJ, one of my top divas, probably top 3 all time.
I mean, she worked at the Columbia Park shop break.
Oh God, that's memories.
Yeah. She worked
AJ
at the shop right in North Bergen.
Yep.
with AJ Lee, she knew how to play her character. I mean, she had it down pat. I mean, she had that
Oh,
crazy
absolutely.
Well,
character.
here's the thing,
She
especially
had
with her.
skills. She
Oh.
had the entrance. She had character. Everything.
Oh, I loved her skipping to the ring like she did.
Yes.
I thought it was fucking hilarious watching her skip to the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, because we haven't seen anybody else do that. Then when Paige came along, she started doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, that was part of their program. That she was mimicking AJ Lee. But the thing is about Lee, right?
Mhm.
Very few people, like maybe Natalia was there too. I don't remember much of the roster back then. But AJ Lee was like a wrestler in a Divas like roster. So like
Yes.
that's why she was so head and shoulders. It's the same thing I would say like about Punk. He was so far ahead, at least, from like '06 to like, his big run. He was so far ahead only because there wasn't a whole lot of like wrestlers there. There was a bunch of just meatheads. And then
Mhm.
and like there was a bunch of characters. Once you started bringing in the wrestlers, like Brian Danielson, Tyler Black, that current day Seth Rollins, John Moxley, now or at least former Dean Ambrose, people like that, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn. Once you start bringing in those people, like
Yeah.
I think Punk would not be the big name he is today if he was in like the WWE the last 10 years. Because there's, to me, like, there are so many people better than him. And I'm not saying that, because, of our very negative history. I'm just saying that because, like, I genuinely believe the talent level of today's business across all companies is so much better than where we were 10, 20, 30 years ago.
The thing that makes CM Punk stand out, he's got charisma, number one. He's got the mic skills. So yeah, his in-ring skills, might be the best. They're probably not on the level of a Bryan Danielson, but they're good. But the thing about CM Punk, he's got the total package. He's got it all. He's
I
got the
mean, that's
ring.
why I would.
He's
Oh,
got
go
the
ahead.
skills, ring entrance music,
Hmm.
and you get all that combined. Then, of course, he's the one that popularized the.
Pipe bomb.
My mind is blank. The pipe bomb promos.
Mm-hmm.
So he's kind of coined that. So that all those things combined has put him up in the level of superstardom.
I mean, that's why. I mean, I would agree with you for the fact of if you look at like the roster 10, 15 years ago. I think today there are so many more guys that are on his level, if not better than him, in all aspects of that. Now, once again, I'm not disagreeing with you that he of what you said. I'm just saying, like, I think in today's, that's why even today's WWE, you see, he's not as big as the draw. Not, I don't want to say draw, but like, he's not as big of a star as he was like when he was leaving WWE the first time.
But
You
there's
know,
a lot of guys today that really is boring as hell on a mic.
there are. Oh yeah, there are.
Don't have the mic.
And I'm not going to disagree with you on that. But I think at least in terms of the top talent,
Right.
there are like Seth Rollins, I put ahead of him. Roman Reigns, I put ahead of him. Um, I mean, I think there were guys in AEW when he was there that were able to match him only because obviously they have less restrictions in AEW.
Right.
But yeah, when it comes to WWE, like Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens, I think is like Kevin Owens is so underrated, man.
I
Oh,
agree.
absolutely.
100%.
Sami
100%.
Zayn,
Like, yeah,
Yeah, those,
Sami Zayn as well.
Randy Orton.
Nah,
we were talking about Bam Bam Bigelow earlier being very underrated. Kevin
yeah,
Owens, that same wavelength, because you
it,
got two big guy wrestlers right there that can move around the ring like none other. None other the guys that have been their size can move
yeah.
that way.
I will say Kevin Owens at his heaviest was nowhere near Bam Bam Bigelow at his skinniest. But like Kevin,
Yep. Oh wait.
like to me, although I will maybe I'm a little biased, but I think Kevin Owens is not so much better, but he is Bam Bam Bigelow if he was, but like better, and like
Mhm.
I think Kevin deserved a better opportunity in Ring of Honor. Fuck Jim Cornette. But like yeah, like Sami Zayn too. Like I'm so disappointed his NXT Championship run only lasted like 2 months. And then
Mhm.
it ended the way it did. Like that always disappointed me, and like that was another thing. Like man, I wish WWE treated him better. I wish they treated fucking a lot of guys better. And then I scream at the fucking like wall, like, you know what I realized? Like, So I found this out. Apparently, like TNA had like tryouts for like John Moxley, for like Sami Zayn, but as El Generico, for Seth Rollins. Like they had tryouts for so many of the dudes who are now top stars in WWE. It's like you think about it, like they could have been top stars in TNA. And like they could have fucking, like, if TNA wasn't fucking so goddamn brain dead at that time, like they could have saved the, like, oh, TNA could have had it.
Wow.
Yeah, like if you go online, there's it's from either, it's somewhere from around 2009 to 2011. Sami Zayn has, well, I should say El Generico has at least like 2 or 3 tryout matches. John Moxley had a tryout match. I think one with pink hair, one without. Because I know he had the pink hair one on Sunday Night Heat as well. Seth Rollins had one. I don't know if it's available. But it as Tyler Black. Yeah, there's a lot of guys who TNA should have signed, but they never did. Killed their company.
Man, that's crazy. That's something I did not know. But yeah, you're right.
TNA might have posted a video about it. Like, it's like something along the lines of like 10 stars you never knew was here. It's a good video.
Who was running TNA at the time?
It was pretty much Dixie, but Hulk
Playing
Hogan had a lot of influence.
that.
She listened to Hulk a lot.
Yeah, that explains it.
Yep, that explains everything.
That explains everything. I don't be there anymore.
So,
Already.
so let's get back to Bam Bam for a second. I got a good one to tell you guys about Bam Bam.
Wait.
He used to own a.
Okay, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Say what you have to say.
No, I was gonna ask a question.
Okay.
Because this YouTube channel that I watch loves to have this discussion, so I want to see what you guys are opinions. Bam Bam
Okay.
Bigelow or Vader?
Oh, Bam Bam. I'm taking Bam Bam every day of the week.
Okay, so one for Bam Bam. Anybody else?
I like both, but I'll still go with Bam Bam Bigelow because I'll stick by what I said earlier. I think he's the most underrated wrestler of all time. And I tell you, somebody else that will agree with me on that is Bill Goldberg.
Oh,
Goldberg has had a lot of very flattering things to say about Bam Bam.
No, yeah, Bam Bam, one of the boys.
Assassin?
Another solid big man besides Bam Bam, Vader.
All right, so we got two Bam Bams, one Vader vote. Dollar Bill?
Shit, this is a hard one. All right. On character, I thought Bam Bam was cooler. Like it's like Bam Bam looks like somebody who can put up a good fight, but afterwards buy you a drink at the nearest bar. Mm-hmm. Vader looks like he would rather drink the whole bar than to share a beer with you.
Vader's best days were in WCW. When he got to WWE, I really didn't think he was all that great. He did kind of build that he got WCW.
I was also thinking his All Japan appearances too.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Like, for as good as you think his WCW appearances are, watch him in All Japan. He was like, for like at least a good 3 years, he was like their top gaijin heel. Mm-hmm. So like, yeah, Vader in, like, if you're asking me, right, if we're looking at just Vader in All Japan versus Bam Bam Bigelow, I'm taking Vader in All Japan. But if we're looking at the entire career, I might have to take Bam Bam, because Bam Bam was pretty good in New Japan as well.
That's what I was coming at. It's like you have the choices. I mean, I'd say Bam Bam personally, but I can't just say it's like like a 90-10 thing. It's more like maybe 55-45 to me because that's how
Like,
close it is.
Oh yeah. Like if we're looking at their Japan stuff exclusively, it's Vader.
Oh yeah.
If we're looking at the entire career, I would probably lean Bam Bam.
Yeah.
Although
That's why
Vader had the better WCW career and Bam Bam had the better WWF career.
yes.
Agreed. Agreed.
100%.
And when they traded places, both of them tanked.
Yeah.
But here's a good one for you about Bam Bam. He owned a sandwich shop here in Hamlin, Pennsylvania.
Nice.
Really? Not Asbury Park?
No,
Oh.
he also was friends with my boss's father.
Oh wow.
And my boss was like 9 years old at the time. He was having a problem with his kid. He tried to start a fight with the kid. And Bam Bam walked over, put his hand on top of my boss's head as a 9-year-old and lifted him off the ground by his head and walked him back to his father.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, okay. Story.
How crazy is that?
That sounds like such a Bam Bam thing to do.
I mean, think about it. Look at the size of his hands at the time. And you think about a 9-year-old kid. The 9-year-old kid's head is about the size of a basketball, maybe a little bit smaller. He's palming a basketball.
Oh yeah.
And then lifting said 50-pound basketball off the ground and carrying him back to his father.
From what I've heard, supposedly he did love the kids.
Oh, he did. He did love dealing with the kids. So, but all right, let's move on to the meat and potatoes of the last bit of the show. Previewing the matches for Night of Champions on Saturday.
Or as Bad News Brown calls it, it's night of 2 championship matches.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's
Question.
Yes.
So I'm guessing they're not doing that stupid fucking Battle of the Championship champion like they did last year?
No.
No.
Oh,
At
so
least
that was a one-off.
show.
That was a different show.
What show was that?
I think that was Crown Jewel.
Yep.
Oh, so
That was Crown Jewel where they did that.
Are they going to give the Saudi Crown Jewel Championship away to in Australia this year?
That's fine.
I don't know. I don't know, but all right. So let's work from the bottom of the card up. All right, first match, we got a singles match: Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross.
Can I start?
Yeah, go for it.
Sure, go ahead.
All right. Here's the thing. Karrion Kross still has not re-signed with WWE. So I'm thinking, what the hell is WWE doing?
Nobody knows. That's the problem.
What are they doing with Karrion Kross? Where are they going with this? This could be something that could catapult Sami Zayn, or maybe they're just kind of leading everybody on, making us think that they're not going to re-sign Karrion Kross when they're expecting to push him really big and give him a pretty hefty contract to keep him. But I'm thinking right now Sami Zayn is probably going to get a big push to become champion. Probably not this year, but maybe sometime next year. So I'm thinking this could be the beginning of that push toward that. I'm going to go with Sami Zayn on this match.
Which championship?
It's not a championship. It's a straight match.
No. I mean, like,
Yeah, I'm not talking about this is not a championship match, but I think at some point Sami Zayn is going to be a world champion, a WWE champion. He's going to hold the other titles.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Like, which championship do you think he would win next year?
I'm thinking the WWE.
Big one.
Hopefully.
Man.
That's the only hurdle for him to become a Grand Slam champion. Like the Intercontinental Championship is the only hurdle for Sheamus to become a Grand Slam.
I could see Sammy turning heel. I think this whole thing with Karrion Kross getting into his head, it could be like, okay, Sammy, you're not going to win the WWE Championship doing what you're doing. Because to me, that seems to be the angle they're going with. I think it could be like, okay, Sammy, you listen to me. You do things what is necessary that you have to do to win. You can't be kissing up to the bloodline guys and being Mr. Nice Guy. You're going to have to get down and dirty. You want to be champion, you got to do everything, all means necessary. Whatever you got to do it. And then you'll reach your goal of being champion. To me, that's probably the whole gist of what they're doing with this Karrion Kross thing. I could be wrong, but that's kind of my gut instinct right now.
Assassin?
I have to agree with what Cobra Ponzer said. I'm actually going to pick with Karrion Kross, though. I think that, being this first singles match in a long time, and if they want, and someone correct me on this, is his contract up?
I think he said end of summer, I heard.
Yeah. So it's the end of the summertime.
So I'm thinking if he wins, they might resign him. If Sammy wins, I'm thinking he's probably going to get ready to leave.
Here, let me ask this question. Where is Scarlett's contract? Like, are they like a package deal? Which means her contract would be up at the same time? Or like how much time does she have?
I believe she's on the same style contract as Karrion.
Okay. Like that would make it, and it also depends. Like people say that, oh, they're gonna resign because they're gonna offer him a lot of money. He could turn it down. I mean, it also depends on what does he want to do.
Right.
I mean, one thing I don't understand is that after that fucking WrestleMania promo that he did, how the fuck is he not like a bigger name now, man? Like that promo was so goddamn good. I love
Oh,
it.
absolutely it was.
Agreed.
I mean, do we know specifically? Corporal Punisher asked this earlier. Oh no, not Corporal. Assassin. The contract. Something also tells me it's like maybe even earlier than end of summer. I'm gonna go with Sami Zayn because it's Saudi Arabia.
Dollar Bill?
Considering the whole contract disputes I didn't even know about, and I'm just going by the promos I've seen lately of Karrion. I had this idea that they're going to be pushing Karrion, especially if they let him speak more. I mean, some things you said, you got to admit, it's like I don't know how much WWE would let him get away, because how sometimes they control some things that people say. And the way he's been acting, I'm kind of leaning more towards Karrion as well, because I think I could have sworn I remember I seen Sami as a champion before, and I'm just like, I think they're gonna try. Maybe we can get see if Karrion can actually get some heat, some momentum going. So I'm gonna go with Karrion.
Okay, I'm actually gonna go with Karrion myself for the simple fact that I'm loving the mental manipulation he's doing against Sami. He is getting so far into Sami's head, and Sami is getting so riled up. I mean, just look what happened on Monday. Sami was starting to do an interview, and he was about to answer the question. He went, and then Karrion Kross comes in with the, so what does encompass? And then he comes out with the whole spiel about you're not going to win the championship being the way you are. Sami punches him in the mouth and walks away. And then Karrion Kross sits there and starts laughing. This, I think that WrestleMania promo that he did was the catalyst to start his major push. And you also have to remember, this is his first pay-per-view match in 3 years. In almost 3 years. So, if you're giving him a pay-per-view match, and you're giving him all these good vignettes and promos, why do you want to bury him?
Yeah, really.
Why do you want to bury him and have him lose to Sami when you know he's got the talent on the mic? He's got the talent in the ring. Cleaner, you know this.
Yeah.
We've seen him up close and personal.
Bloodsport.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, I think it was twice.
If Karrion wins, I'm like Silent Assassin. I think you're going to see him stay in WWE. If he loses, I think he's gone. But it could be they will have Karrion Kross defeat Sami, and then that will get Sami's attention more for, okay, maybe I should listen to this guy. Maybe I should listen to what he has to say. Maybe what Karrion has to say will get me over the top and get me to where I need to be. So it could be that sort of thing.
I will say, piggybacking off of what Brain said, if Triple H truly learned everything from Vince, to answer your question, it's because it's not Vince's idea or Hunter's idea. Because that's how Vince was. A la Zack Ryder was the hottest thing in WWE. He got over on his own. And they fucking buried him right back down the card because it wasn't Vince McMahon's idea.
Yep.
Right?
Or you got there's been plenty of stories out there that's have been like, if you're in WWE, you will get punished for getting over on your own. And then when you get over with their stuff, they're going to take full credit.
I heard people say recently, I don't know what you guys think of Vince Russo, but he said recently that WWE does not like guys who are smart. If you're smart, they don't like that because they want yes people.
Yep. I will say that I'm starting to like not anything Vince says I don't believe or anything, or but like there are some times where I actually am like, shit, I agree with him. And that is, if that's something he said, then I will absolutely agree with that. They want, like, Vince McMahon always surrounded himself with corporate yes men.
Mm-hmm.
John Laurinaitis, the Briscoes, Pat Patterson.
Well, Briscoes and Pat Patterson were like just longtime employees,
Yeah,
Probably
but
nobody
they were
could do
still
their job.
corporate kiss asses.
Right.
I think Patterson and Briscoe could stand up. But then again, did Briscoe really have a job outside of being a stooge? Because I know Patterson was one of the people that, like, Patterson was the original booker, and then like he showed Vince, and because like they were talking about how Patterson had the pencil in those early days. I think he was the one that taught Vince. Because I remember them talking about Patterson had the pencil. But like no, yeah, like Laurinaitis, a lot of the yes men are in the corporate office.
Mm-hmm.
Like VP marketing, VP fucking taking a shit. That's where a lot of those yes men are. And then they create the toxic work environment that Vince loved, apparently.
That old bullshit.
How many matches are on this card?
6.
Okay.
6. Okay. Now, does that include the Dominic Mysterio one that was canceled?
No.
No, but there are 2 matches that took the place of that. One being Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross, and the other one being a street fight between Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Rodriguez.
Mm.
Yeah, so I'm going with mommy on this one.
I agree.
I mean, think about it. Raquel doesn't really need that much of a build. She's already half of the tag team champions. And I think they're just going to freebird it over to Roxanne. So, I mean, there's not really much to say about this match. It's a street fight. Rhea is brutal in those types of matches.
Mm-hmm.
And just, even with any interference that comes from Judgment Day, I still think Rhea's going to come out on top.
Likewise.
Oh yeah. Because what would be the point of we're losing this one?
It wouldn't be.
Exactly.
Now, first of 2 title matches for the night. Singles match for the United States Championship. Jacob Fatu versus Solo Sikoa. This is going to be ugly. This is going to be brutal.
Okay.
Because they are both fucking dangerous. Not in a reckless way, but they are just downright brutal to their opponents in the ring.
As Big E once said, it's going to be a big man slapping meat.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. All hell should break loose.
Personally, I can't see Jacob losing. I think it'll be a brutal match, yes, but no way is Jacob Fatu losing this match.
Yeah, they built him up too much of a monster to bury him right off the bat as a champion.
Yeah, Solo hasn't done anything in months, honestly. Jacob, who's been built up, I think he wins this match.
Sorry about that. I apologize. But what I was going to ask was, is this for the belt?
Yes,
Okay.
for the United States Championship.
I think it's going to be Dusty finish. Fatu still walks out, but I think Solo is probably going to be the one that looks better coming out. Like he's not gonna be the official winner, but like he's gonna be the one standing tall.
Let me bring this up to you guys. Does Hikuleo show up and interfere in this match? We saw him in a dark match at Rupp Arena in Lexington, Kentucky on the SmackDown before SmackDown started. He did not appear on SmackDown last weekend. We don't know if he'll be on SmackDown this weekend. But would it make sense to you guys for Hikuleo to make his official debut, Night of Champions, by interfering in this match on behalf of Solo?
I'm gonna take the jump on this one. He's not gonna interfere on behalf of Solo.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to prevent interference on behalf of Solo from JC Mateo.
So
JC
you
Mateo
corner
is
of
going
Jake.
to try and he's going to end up in the corner of Jacob. Yes,
Okay.
because we all know JC Mateo is going to get involved in the match somehow, and then Hikuleo is going to have a run in, and he's going to take out Mateo, and that's going to build his first feud.
Yeah.
It's going to be Hikuleo and Mateo as his first feud.
Jerry, I have a question and a comment. Was it a dark match? Because I heard he was on main event.
Yeah, that would be correct because I was there. It was on main event,
Okay.
but they sort of call those main event matches dark matches.
Nobody watches main event.
Why?
Yeah.
And second, I would like to say fuck the stupid name of JC Mateo. Fucking, I hate that they change these people established names, and it's always to something fucking stupid. Like,
Mhm.
I agree.
damn Jeff Cobb.
Definitely.
One thing I would say is that, do we know what side God is still on?
They're on Solo side.
They're on Solo side. All right, so probably
They're with
probably
Solo,
Hikuleo.
but they're both out injured right now.
Yeah. So I'm thinking when they come back, probably that's what I'm thinking is like they'll come back as a trio. And then probably like I feel like JC is gonna switch because like I don't see Hikuleo splitting off from God. And I'm still gonna call him God even though they don't have a fucking name in WWE. But for those that are wondering, I'm talking about the former tag team name Gorillas of Destiny, which is the Tomatonga and Tongaloa.
Okay, as I'm looking at the roster on Wikipedia right now,
Yeah.
it has all the status, like the notes and everything,
Yeah.
the speech, who the champions are and everything, who's
Yeah.
out injured. Tamatonga is not listed as injured now, so he may make an appearance at Crown Jewel.
I think they might wait until Tongaloa's back.
Think so?
Yeah, because let's be honest, they're so much better as a tag team. Like Tamatonga is not that bad of a wrestler. He's not like I'm not gonna say like he's very good, but like he was good enough to like get himself over in New Japan. Tonga Loa is completely fucking horrendous. I can't get over those fucking chops. I think he was given to Okada in a G1 Climax match. Like, you've probably seen the clip. It's like literally the worst chops I have ever fucking seen. Tama Tonga is not that good of a solos guy. Hikuleo is actually not that bad. But yeah, I think they come back together because they are a very good tag team, and that's how they should keep. That's how they should stay together as a tag team.
Yep.
Yeah, I kind of almost have an opinion on this one because this is very close. I don't think Solo's going to win this one. That's all I'm going to say. Because
Yeah.
you guys go to pretty much everything else, and it's like you kind of made points for me. So, yeah.
So next we have the undisputed WWE Championship. CM Punk fighting the Invisible Man. Exactly. You can't see me. So you all know how I feel. You all know how I feel about CM Punk. You all know how I feel about John Cena right now.
I think there's going to be so many shenanigans in this match. It's not even funny.
Oh, absolutely. There's going to be shenanigans.
But interference. Yeah, I can see Seth Rollins and those guys getting involved in this, screwing over CM Punk, or possibly even Drew McIntyre showing up and screwing over CM Punk like CM Punk did him several times. Something's going to happen. I don't see John Cena winning this match clean, but he's going to win.
Oh yeah, he's definitely going to win. It's just going to be as murky as the Atlantic Ocean.
Very much.
Shit. So
I see nothing.
anybody else?
I think it'll be a Cena win. I don't see them. I don't think Punk has another title run. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, and like if you know me, you know my opinions on CM Punk are largely in line with Bro. But yeah, I don't see it happening. I don't see him winning another major title. He'll probably get a run with a mid card belt, maybe a tag belt, but especially after what happened in AEW.
Mm-hmm.
Will be our truth in this segment.
Just like a matter of how. I can see it happening.
Is Logan Paul in a match?
No.
I feel like they might build off of what they did last, whenever their tag team match was. I feel like Logan's gonna like distract, and then Ron Killings is gonna come in.
Yeah, but
To
see,
make
Ron
the
Killings
save.
doesn't have any issues with Punk. He has issues with Cena. So
No. Like Logan Paul's gonna distract Punk, and then Killings is gonna make the save.
That's a good ability, honestly. I never thought about that. Yeah, that's definitely
not
good.
And then
Yeah.
what's gonna happen is that you're gonna see Ron Killings attack Cena, and then it's gonna cost Punk the match. But then probably Punk is they'll probably do something stupid to where like Punk, even though he got cost the WWE title, it's gonna be like happy fun time.
Maybe that.
All right. So next we got the Queen of the Ring. And the winner gets a title match for their respective brand championship at SummerSlam. We got the Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka, versus Jade Cargill.
Got the shit.
Yeah, I'm not even blinking on this one. Jade Cargill is gonna absolutely win this match.
Yeah.
They built her up too much, and for them to have her lose the Queen of the Ring,
Again? Oh, I get it.
yeah, I don't see it happening.
So
I-
from where?
I this.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I see. Yeah, I can see Jade winning this unless Naomi gets involved and screws her out of the match.
Yeah, I mean what they're running.
That would be the only way I could see Asuka winning is if Naomi gets herself involved.
One way I would argue that is what if Naomi, since we have a lot of run-ins supposedly, or what if we get something to where Naomi tries to get Asuka to lose, only to have Jade Cargill win, and it sets up slam for them.
Naomi versus Asuka?
No. She
That's
goes
okay.
in to try. Well, she goes in to try to screw Jade, and help Asuka.
It ends up
But it
Backfire.
ends up giving the win to Jade.
Yeah, okay, backfire.
Yeah. I do want to state that from what I've seen of Jade, they could build her up. She's not going to be on the level that she was in AEW, where she was like literally like destroying fucking everybody. I wish they'd get back to her like that because I think that's when she was at her best.
agreed.
That's interesting.
But
So here's go ahead,
Go
finish
ahead.
up. I'm sorry. No, go ahead.
Oh,
Finish
no.
up what you were saying.
You good. So yeah. No, I want to say Jade because in WWE where it's stories and shit like that, I think that's where it makes the most sense.
I can see that.
And we lost Assassin. The assassin got killed.
Or
The assassin got assassinated.
He probably fell on his phone.
So I saw his thumb come through the screen. So going with what you said, where Naomi comes in to try and screw Jade and ends up costing Asuka. See, I'm thinking that Naomi's going to come in. She's going to go to hit Asuka with the briefcase to screw Jade and cause the disqualification. But Asuka's going to duck and she's going to end up hitting Jade.
Yeah.
Which gives Jade the win.
Yep.
And then that in turn gives Jade Cargill the championship match at SummerSlam.
Ooh, if I was booking this, we do that, right? Naomi loses the match to Jade, then cashes in, and then wins.
Yeah, but see, it would be Jade versus Tiffany for the championship.
Tiffany's going to get Nia Jax on SmackDown Friday. Do you think Naomi cashes in?
You know what? That's not actually a far-fetched thought. Naomi cashes in during the match or just after the match because it's the last woman standing match on Friday
Mm-hmm.
between Tiffany and Nia.
Yeah, so
So-
it's we're not no DQ. So
Yeah. So here's a thought for you.
Sure.
It's a double knockout between Tiffany and Nia. So Tiffany retains, then Naomi comes in and cashes in.
So Naomi and Jade are not on the same brand.
Yes, they are.
Oh, they are.
Yeah, Jade and Naomi are on SmackDown now.
Oh, I get what you were saying. Yeah. I would want to
So-
see Naomi. Fuck, not Naomi. Fuck. I would want to see like Jade try to win it beforehand. Right? Like she says, oh fuck SummerSlam. Give me a match right now. And then they set up, eventually go with oh fuck, that would be way too complicated.
because what you could see is Naomi winning Friday by
Yeah.
cashing in, and then seeing Jade win at Night of Champions. Then Jade calls out Naomi after her win.
Well, she doesn't even have to call out Naomi. She doesn't even have to call Naomi because if she wins on Saturday, she gets the championship match at SummerSlam.
Right.
So, a lot of possibilities this weekend.
Yeah, definitely.
And now to round it out, the King of the Ring with the same stipulation: Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes.
Wow, that's the final.
Yeah.
I'm torn on this, guys.
Same here.
Likewise.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna give it to Cody so they could set up Cena Cody the rematch. Because that was WWE's old booking strategy back in the day. You do a big match at WrestleMania and then you book the rematch at SummerSlam. So I feel like that's what they're going to do this time, and it has to be a better match. There's no way they can not do a better match than what happened at WrestleMania.
Don't tempt them.
Yeah, really, don't tempt them.
Don't tempt them. You never know, man. Like seriously.
We could get Barack versus Hillary back in 2007.
Oh God.
I still remember watching that live on TV.
Yeah, let's not. Like literally, let's not.
Yeah.
Like we got enough shenanigans. We don't need to see those shenanigans anymore.
And I think later on in that episode, it was the same episode as George Bush in Crime Time.
Bush and Crime Time. That sounds like that's just
That was a horrible.
those things never end well, as they say.
So I'm definitely going Cody on that one.
Yeah.
Just to set it up
Me
again
too.
at SummerSlam.
I'm going with Cody as well.
Cody. We'll go Cody.
I predict Cena's going to retain this belt, and Jay Cargill wins Queen of the Ring, by the way.
Yeah, they've already said pretty much that the last match between Randy Orton and John Cena is the final match between the two. They never have said that there's been a final match between Cody and Cena. So that
but-
could be a great big hint that Cody wins Saturday sets up a rematch for SummerSlam.
Oh yeah.
They also said that John Cena versus The Rock at WrestleMania 28 was once in a lifetime.
And then he did it again the next year.
Yeah. So they could always go back on their word.
Yeah, go third time the charm.
Yeah.
Hey, fourth.
Remember, they've done this match 2,758 times. There's always could be a 2,700.
Yeah, absolutely. So
When you run out of ideas.
they'll never run out of ideas. They'll just rehash old ideas and try and make them look new.
Yep.
They'll go deep into the bowels of the WWE vault and find something that they did 35, 40 years ago, and they're like, oh, let's try this again.
You know, before rehashing old movie ideas, WWE beat them.
Mm-hmm.
Remake all the old movies.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, great show tonight.
Thank you.
We lost a couple of people along the way, but and gained one that we didn't expect to be here tonight. And we had
I told you
very.
I would try to make it.
I'm
appreciate it,
glad
man.
you did. Glad you did. And Corporal Punisher, thank you for joining us, brother.
You're welcome
Yeah, good insight.
for having me.
And anytime you want to join us to talk wrestling, you are more than welcome to join us, brother.
Just let me know.
It's every Wednesday at 10:30 night.
I'll keep that in mind.
All right, gentlemen. I will catch all of you in the chats, and until next week, too sweet.
Fox horns.
That's right.